We're here to sign MOU with the banks on conditional grant scheme, which is one of the flagship program of the agency. And we have been doing this program for the last 5 years. And it's one of the programs that we hold dearly to our hearts because of its impact on the economy of this nation. Conditional grant scheme is a scheme that was established in order to cushion the effect of lack of formalization in our MSME subsector in the country. We are quite aware of the fact that about 98% of the Nigerian micro businesses are informal. Informal in the sense that they don't have registration with CAC, they don't operate bank accounts, they are living in the rural area. Most of them did not attend Western education. And when you look at the economic indices, the chances of growth of the informal sector is very slim. So they need to formalize so that we can have more opportunity for them to grow from micro to small, small to medium, and medium to a large enterprise. The whole idea of collaborating with the commercial banks is to make it easy for us to disburse the grant that is meant for the macro businesses. But the grant we are giving the macro businesses is just to motivate them, to ginger them, and to key them into the formalization process. And we need the banks to put more effort in actualizing the MOU. We have been operating with commercial banks for the last 5 years, as I mentioned, but we have kept on improving on the processes, but still we are not perfect. There are a lot of challenges associated with the process, and I want the commercial banks to take this as a challenge to provide a better opportunity for easy access of the macro businesses to this grant. It is important to disburse the grant as much as possible, as early as possible. We don't want a situation the banks will keep the money in their accounts without disbursing it as at when due. It's expected of you, once the money is posted into your account, you should send it to the beneficiaries. And it is also important on our own part to send a list of the beneficiaries and all the details once the money is disbursed into the account of the commercial bank, so that they can quickly disburse those amount of money to the beneficiaries. And we are expecting the banks to give us at interval a report on their disbursements. How many people have they disbursed to? How many have they not? What are the reasons for the non-disbursement, so that we can quickly rectify the problems and then move ahead. We don't want a situation of keeping the money and prolonging it for a very long time with the commercial banks, and that creates a bad image on the part of SMEDAN and also on the part of the commercial bank. So it is important, please, to take up the responsibility squarely and do the needful and be able to help these macro businesses to access the funding. For some banks that don't have branches in all the states of the Federation, it is my hope that they will provide a platform that will make it easy for those people to access their funding. If you are going to provide them with ATM, if you are going to provide them with the internet banking, which is sometimes is difficult for the people in the rural area to do, but you have to devise a means of making sure that those funds get to the beneficiaries as quick as possible. We'll be able to cover 28 states of the Federation out of the 36 states and FCT. We are left with only 9 states, which we hope to cover by the year 2022. And that's by the year 2022, it means we have covered all the states of the Federation with a minimum of 90 to 100 beneficiaries in all the 774 local governments of Nigeria. And it does not mean that we are going to stop. We have over 40 million MSMEs that are informal, and SMEDAN will continue to support the back-row business and will continue to formalize them to ensure that we have reached the level that we feel that, yes, we are comfortable with this level of formalization, and Nigerian MSMEs can compete with any MSME globally, regionally, and nationally.
As the apex organization for the facilitation of the micro, small, and medium enterprises, we came up with this idea of the conditional grant scheme. And for the past 5 years, we've been doing it. We give a grant of 50,000 to the macro enterprises. When we say the micro enterprises, we mean the ones that are on the bottom of the pyramid. The ones that 50,000 naira will impact upon them. And we do that in partnership with the commercial banks. We pay the money into the commercial banks, and then the beneficiaries open accounts. And that will now teach them how to manage their money when they now have an account. And before then, we now give them training. We give them basic training on entrepreneurship, we give them training on bookkeeping, how to source their market, how to calculate their profits, and how not to put hands into the business money. And that helps them to do better in their businesses, maybe even employ at least one person by the end of the year.
I thank SMEDAN for this vision. I thank all the stakeholders and all the banks, our colleagues. SunTrust has been a partner to SMEDAN for a long time, and we hope that this would further strengthen and deepen our relationship. On behalf of SunTrust Bank, I say a big thank you to everyone here today, and I look forward to us reading about successes, success stories, impacts of this program on all the beneficiaries.